Racing in February. Of course, we're in Florida. Homestead Miami Speedway hosts the Rolex Sports Car Series next. The sports car season kicked off 1 month ago with the historic Rolex 24 at Daytona. Now, with that torture test out of the way, it's time to go sprint racing.
Well, the rain dampened a lot of people's spirits during the 24-hour Rolex of Daytona, but probably no group more than the guys from Prototype Technology Group. They brought two very strong BMW M3s to that event, but early in the race, actually just a few laps in, the 21 car suffered electrical problems. Not long after that, the team car, the number 22 car, suffered its own problems, and it seemed like whatever could go wrong did go wrong. A lot of disappointed fans left Daytona. Neither BMW saw the checkered flag. If they're going to win here today, they've qualified on the pole, but they're going to have to overcome a very strong contingent of Porsches that have qualified second and third. Billy Auberlen and Boris are on the pole, but Ian James has qualified his number 66 Porsche second and number 44 car. The winner from the GT class sits third. Strong competition.
Welcome back to Homestead Miami Speedway. A beautiful day here in southern Florida as we prepare for this second round of the Rolex Sports Car Series. The teams, the competitors have had 1 month to prepare for this second round. And it's great to see an increased field from 17 to 18. And it's a new car. Court Wagner and Kelly Collins. Again, the injured Brent Martini will not start this one. Then Jack Baldwin, Shane Lewis did a great job in qualifying. Their spirits are high. Position 9, Stefan Gregoire in the spirit of Daytona racing.
Well, the banking itself gives you a lot of speed, but you got to get rid of it going into turn 1, 2, and 3. Plus, you lose the banking. It's flat there. Where you want to look at right here, braking zone, turn 6. That's going to be a good overtaking place. A bottleneck always here in 9, but up here in the banking, at the bottom, 10 degrees. In the middle of the track, 15, and at the very top up here, 20 degrees of banking. The cars will be 4 wide. They'll use every bit of that bank.
All 42 cars on the grid as they pack up and we work our way towards green. This time last year there were only 16 cars in total, and we have got more than that now in just Daytona prototypes, which is wonderful, and we should have an exciting race on our hands here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Who will win? That is the big question. Will we have a new winner? It's an all Lexus front row. Will Lexus get their first victory? We are racing here at Homestead Miami Speedway, and watch them jump for positions. Forrest Barber pulled out of the line, and already Oswaldo Negri ducks up the inside, and Jimmy Morales a good start as well.
Up here in turn 3, it's really tight. That's where everybody's got to get it sorted out. You see Scott Pruitt right now negotiating that corner. Watch for the stack up in here. There we see it, locked up brake.
For Chip Ganassi Racing out in front, that Lexus-powered Riley leads the Lexus-powered Durham, 2 Lexus-powered Durhams, then the second Ganassi car, then it's David Donahue and Court Wagner in the new GNW.
Mileage is another. I spoke to Scott Pruitt before the beginning of the race. He said we are in dire straits with fuel mileage. The configuration of this engine means we have to run it quite rich, otherwise we'll burn down the back 2 cylinders. We're going to work on that. We're going to get it better. Meanwhile, the Pontiac teams over the winter have really been working hard on mileage. They think they can maybe do this race on 1 stop, believe it or not. Scott Pruitt's looking at 45 minutes max. There's a huge difference there in mileage. Depending on how the cautions fall, that may give the victory to someone else.
And Scott Pruitt did a wonderful job there, splitting those cars. Story, doesn't it? And look at this. And look at this. GT leader in the pits and gone. Chris, what's the story?
Well, Boris just came in for fuel, no tires. These guys aren't having any tire wear issues. Just a quick stop of fuel. He's back out on the track. Hopefully get back up to the lead at GT.
BMWs have gone nicely so far in GT.
Look wonderful here. Boris doing the double spin. Car looks wonderful in the infield. Very quick in the corners. I timed it yesterday.
Have to pay credit to Ian James in the Racers Group Porsche in the 66, because he led GT early on. Then Boris came storming through. Justin Marks has consistently been second in that class. He's, of course, teammate to Boris Said. So doing a nice job. Quick shot there. There is the spirit of Daytona racing. The 09 Stefan Gregoire qualified the car, and he is teamed, of course, with car owner Doug Goad. And they learned a lot from their outing at the Rolex 24 at Daytona. And here they are. Now we get into the real rest of the season, and this is where it counts. Beautifully prepared car, wonderful looking car, and Gregoire and Goad should prove to be a good combination. And currently the 09 sits fourth.
That's
Contact here, though.
Stefan Gregoire right there showed his nose. He started easing over to make sure that the BMW knew that he was there. He saw that the driver wasn't aware of his presence, ducked back in, and then look what happened right there. A spin almost takes him out.
That was Brady Raffening. Back going again, though. Team with Carlos De Caseta.
Now, when you get off the road here at Homestead, it's all sandy out there. We'll see a replay of what's happened here. We'll bring sand up there. Now look here. Gregoire looks to the inside and then, no. Has to pinch it off quite hard. That was close.
Thought there may have just been a little bit of contact on the way through there, but luckily no contact at all. Brian, what do you have for us?
Believe the 39 car rolling into a stop a little early for these guys, but Chris Hall has said on the radio they've lost the power steering.
Just behind them on the restart. Look there, the BMW. Boris said made a great start, jumped ahead, and now he's in the fray.
The 21 PTG BMW of Boris said and Bill Auberlen, they've had a marvelous day as well. And here they are. This is Auberlen now behind the wheel, reigning Speed World Challenge Touring Car champion. Let's hear from his teammate right now with Chris Neville.
Thanks, Lee. Down here with Boris said. Boris, Daytona was a real tough weekend for you guys. Definitely not what you expected.
I don't know. I mean, after Daytona, that was a shame. But, you know, this PTG team went back to work and rebuilt the cars, and this M3 is really fast now. And performance Christian went to work. Came out, got behind, but we're making it up pretty fast now, and if all goes well, we're going to bring home a win for all the BMW fans at home.
Right now the car's in third, but the other team car, Justin Marks, still has not done his driver change with Joey Hand.
Justin Marks has done a nice job today, and Joey Hand, another Toyota Atlantic graduate, he will step into the 22. We should highlight the fact that the class-leading car in GT is the Kevin Buckler Liz Halliday 67. Yes, you heard right. Kevin is no longer racing in the 66 in this series. He and Liz sharing the 67, and that will be the partnership all season long in 2004. Buckler arrived here very late to the circuit, did not get much time in the car, but they are running nicely out in front of GT at the moment.
Max, we're seeing the Lexus stop really early. You've worked hard on mileage. Any chance you can make it the rest of the way?
No, unfortunately not this time. We had to stop too early because of the yellow.
How sure are you?
This PTG team, both of them under 25 years old, and a lot of experience working with Boris Said and Bill Auberlen. Real good stop for him. Back out on track.
Both Lexus-powered cars, but the difference is the lead car is a Doran chassis. The second place car is a Riley chassis as they scythe their way through the traffic. And Diaz has not let Magnussen get away.
No, and I'll tell you one thing I've seen. Luis Diaz is better under braking than Jan is. When they get to the end of the straightaway right here, it's one of his good spots. I saw Magnussen make a little mistake locking the front brake before. Diaz has been able to make ground right in this area every lap. But this traffic's going to play into somebody's hand. Of course, the more experience is Magnussen, but look at all the cars they got to go through.
This is incredible. They've been talking about traffic all weekend, and I mean, Dorsey, talk about it from a driver's standpoint. I imagine you have to use every bit of talent you've got, and you have to be very decisive to make your move right there and then to get through this slower traffic.
Yeah, and Magnussen would like very much, you know, not to have.
Pappas, Diaz, does he have enough brakes? Max is going to make it hard for him, but Diaz goes into the lead.
Attaboy, that's the way to do it.
Great driving, Luis Diaz. Fantastic stuff for this guy in his first race. Let's hear from the man who owns this team, the main man, Chip Ganassi.
Chip, that just kind of answered my question. I was going to ask you if they're any team orders, but it looks like they're not.
Brian, there's never been team orders in our team, and never will be.
Great racing out there. What do you tell the guys when they go out there? Just race hard, but don't touch each other?
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, don't hit each other.
I think he's the most interested spectator that's out here, Lee.
Oh, this is...
That was very close. I'll tell you what, Diaz, I was about to make the comment that I think he'll just stretch the lead right now. I think he'll take off. We see flags in this area, and there's a car slow. There it is off the road. I saw a yellow and white flag.
Top 2 in GT, and it is the Team PTG BMW boys. Out in front, it is the 22, rather I should say the 21 of Bill Auberlen. He's actually coming around to put a lap on the 22 of Joey Hand. Regardless, they will finish 1-2 at this rate.
No need for him to pass now.
Over the G&W Motorsports DP. Well done, Kelly Collins and Court Wagner. But here's first and second in the GT class. Tom Milner will be very pleased with his boys. They've driven a sensible race, and they'll come across the line with a formation finish.
And once again, vindication for a terrible Daytona. This team just had a horrible time there. All 3 classes rectifying them, making them men's of what happened at Daytona. Fantastic race here today.
Well, Dorsey, you said it's a completely different kettle of fish, isn't it? The 24 compared to this, which is a sprint race, and we've seen completely different winners so far in the top 2 classes. As they come across the line, the PTG boys, congratulations to those guys. BMW 1 and 2 in the GT class. I know that Milner's men will be thrilled with that. And the 16, the Arsco Motorsports car, a wonderful achievement for those pair, that's for sure. Let's hear from our class-winning GT pair.
Oh, we're down here with the winning PTG BMW team. Billy, great way to come back from the disappointment at Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona was not what we are all about. This is what we are all about. Team PTG, Tom Milner. Boris did an awesome job in the beginning, as always. I think this is going to be like what you're going to see all year. This is my prediction. You know, at home, I just want to say, I never say hello to my mom, my dad, my wife. How you doing?
Good job, mate. And Boris starting from the pole, but that racers group with Ian James behind the wheel gave you a good battle there in the opening laps.
Yeah, it was good fun. I mean, racing close is what makes racing fun, and the BMW was great today. Performance Friction gave us some new brakes and rotors and calipers, made a big difference. So just want to say, I've always wanted to say hi to my son. I've never had one, but now I have one. So I got to say hi to Boris Jr. at home, my friends at No Fear, and New Century Mortgage, the best damn mortgage company.